Hello, and welcome to A Dose of Optimism. I'm your host, Angela Wright, and thank you all so much for the love and the support, and most importantly, for joining me tonight. A Dose of Optimism was designed to share 6 effective tools for living a positive and productive lifestyle, such as motivation. What motivates you? Inspiration. What's your inspiration? What inspires you to pursue your dreams and your goals? Empowerment. Faith. Love. And most importantly, health and wellness. And I feel that these 6 effective tools for living a positive lifestyle and productive lifestyle, they've worked for me, and I'm sure if you apply them, they will definitely work for you. And let's get into tonight's topic. It deals with motivation and how motivation fuels the economy. Now, let's think about that for a moment, listeners. How does motivation fuel the economy? So very important. Motivation is an essential part of the economy. And to elaborate a little bit more on that, discover how motivation affects your earning potential, meaning your bottom line, your bank account, the money in your pocket. So we're definitely going to talk about that subject tonight, and, of course, we're going to have callers call in and also post questions on our blog. We encourage you to do that so our listeners that are probably going through the same thing you're going through can definitely benefit from that, okay? So let's get right into it. Let's talk about how motivation fuels the economy. Motivation and the economy is affected by employees to business owners, the economy itself, and ultimately is an extension of our country. Could you imagine, listeners, that if we were all motivated at the same time, pursuing our goals and our dreams, how prosperous this country will be? That's something amazing, how really a motivation, being motivated, is such a powerful tool. And it's a fact, and it's reported that over 70% now of small businesses fail within the first 5 years. And one of the reasons for them falling is because of their lack of motivation when things aren't going right. Now, I'm sure, listeners, you'll agree with me on it. That's an alarming rate. Over 70% of businesses fail because one of the reasons is their lack of motivation or not being motivated enough to keep that company going. Wow. You know, small businesses are the heart and soul of this country, so we definitely have to turn that around with motivating. And, elaborating a little bit more on businesses, motivation is an important part to keeping employee retention, meaning keeping their employees motivated. We all know that when employees are happy, they are much more productive. And productivity means earning money. So definitely, from small businesses, staying motivated to strive in their businesses, to keeping their employees, inspired and creativity to produce. That's definitely, food for thought. So also, actually I'm getting a cue that we have a question for one of our callers. So our first question. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Thank you for calling A Dose of Optimism. And you are?
Thank you. How are you, Angela?
Hi. I'm good. Thank you so much. Your name?
My name is Tia.
Hi, Tia. Where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Tia from Brooklyn. It's cold out there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's going to snow again tonight.
Yes. Yeah, well, you know what? It's definitely winter, so, we have to welcome it. So, Tia, tell me what's on your mind tonight.
Well, basically, I have a question for you. I have a job. I'm not that happy with it at all, but, you know, it pays my bills. It takes care of what it needs to take care of. I just have a problem getting up in the morning. It's just I really just lost all type of motivation to get up in the morning. What can I do to be more motivated to work, to want to get up?
Great. Well, Tia, that's a great question because I think many of our listeners have the same problem or going through what you're going through, and it's very difficult when you're at a job that you don't love, when you're not creative or inspired to get up in the morning and pursue that job. So thank you so much for asking that question. First, Tia, I think what we should try to do is let's take it from the top. Try to change the way you think about your job. Try to turn your job from a negative to a positive. And most importantly, remember that, in fact, we are in a recession, and many folks don't have a job. So just, you know, really be appreciative that you do have a resource to pay your job. Now, as I mentioned before, Tia, you're not alone. Many people feel the same way that you do. That's why it's so important to the human spirit to do what you love. But, Tia, I say this. Okay, so you're at a job. You're not feeling motivated. You're not feeling motivated to get up in the morning and go to your job. So I say stay at your job to pay your bills. Believe me, you got to pay your bills. You don't want to get, set back. But while you're at your job, why don't you make a plan towards your desired career? And when I say that, Tia, I mean make it like a 1 or 2 year plan to get towards your desired career. And some of the things you can do to plan is you can freelance. You can freelance to get into that field that you want to be in. Or you can volunteer. Volunteering is one of the most productive ways to spend your time. And usually when you volunteer, it almost leads to a job or leads to someone you know that helps you get that job that you want. You can always go back to school to enhance your skills, within that 1 or 2 year period. And most importantly, networking. Tia, networking is a great way to meet people that are like-minded and related to the field that you want to go in. Okay? So think about that, Tia, and I hope it lets our listeners it gives our listeners a little bit to think about also. So I think we have enough next question. Thanks, Tia, for calling in. So I think we have another question. Is it from our blog or is it from our caller? Okay, I have another caller on the line. You guys, I'm working with a great producer, Leslie Dangerfield. She helps me with the control board and getting our callers. So much, a big appreciation to Leslie. Go ahead, Leslie. Next caller. Hello.
Hello. Hi. My name is Michelle. I'm calling from Yonkers. My question is.
Well, hi, Michelle. Before you even get into that question, hi. Michelle calling from Yonkers. Go ahead, Michelle, with your question.
My question is, I'm trying to save. I'm a shopaholic. The economy's been really kind of bad. I know the importance of saving now, so I'm really trying to focus on saving. I want to know what can I do to stay motivated to save.
Okay, just to repeat that question because she's coming in a little bit broken up. I have Michelle on the line, and what she's saying is that she has a spending problem. She spends more than what she earns or what she makes, and her second part of that question is how does she save money? Okay, so she's saying it's hard to stop spending, and furthermore, how does she save her money? So that's a two-part question. Okay, so Michelle, I think many people can relate to that problem that we spend more than we have or what we need. And sometimes we really don't need it. But anyway, we do it. It's there. Now, how do we turn that positive or that negative into a positive?